You stare at the blank exam paper, and the 10-point answer you recited perfectly at your desk last night is completely gone. Your brain isn't failing you. The problem is the format. Bullet points and blocks of abstract text are simply the wrong cognitive software for how human memory actually processes information. Evolution wired us to navigate and recall rich, three-dimensional physical spaces, like the exact layout of your neighborhood, not disconnected lists of vocabulary words. To fix this, you can use a technique developed by the ancient Greeks called the method of loci. Loci is the plural of locus, meaning a specific physical location. Today, it's more commonly known as the memory palace. By tapping directly into your natural spatial awareness, you can bypass the exhausting, high-friction process of rote memorization entirely. Navigating your stored memories should feel exactly like walking from your bedroom to the kitchen in the pitch dark. You don't have to think about where the walls are. You just know. First, select a physical space you know perfectly, like a typical North Gujarat home, featuring familiar anchor points like an indoor swing or a masala box. Next, establish a strict, unchangeable walking route. Finally, mentally drop the facts you need to memorize onto those anchors. Because you are physically tying abstract data to fixed locations along a predetermined route, the sequence of your walk guarantees you will recall the information in the correct order. Let's test this with a practical, low-stakes example, memorizing a highly specific grocery list without using a pen or your phone. We start in the living room. Picture a giant loaf of bread resting heavily on the wooden swing, rocking it back and forth. Now you have to mentally step away from the swing, leave the living room behind, and continue your predetermined route into the next room. In the bathroom, the next list item has destroyed the room. The bathtub is overflowing with glowing neon-colored milk, violently spilling onto the floor tiles. When you get to the store, you don't try to visualize a piece of paper. You simply walk through your house in your mind. You see the swing, you find the bread. You check the bathroom, you find the milk. The human brain rarely forgets bizarre physical interactions in spaces it knows well. By linking boring data to weird, vivid imagery, you make the information incredibly sticky. We can take this exact same mechanism and apply it directly to the stressful environment of a high-stakes exam. Instead of bread and milk, let's substitute a strict academic requirement, like the sequential elements of the periodic table. This map shows how we plot the data. We start the route by placing hydrogen right at the front door. We take 2 steps inside and leave helium on the shoe rack, and place lithium on the living room TV remote. With this targeted placement, your standard living space becomes a high-capacity, physical filing cabinet for precise scientific data. There is one final rule to make this work. Your mental imagery must be absolutely absurd. Your brain routinely filters out mundane, everyday information. Making the mental images significantly weirder, larger, and more colorful forces your memory to hold them, ensuring you can retrieve the facts quickly under pressure. Retrieving information accurately isn't about brute force cramming. It relies on clever spatial organization, allowing you to build, navigate, and completely trust your own mental palace.